Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. So today I am finally sitting down to talk to you guys about my weight loss. I've been getting so many DMs, so many messages, so many comments from you guys asking me what am I doing, how have I lost so much of weight. So this is me answering all those questions. So yeah, I'm basically going to be telling you guys some of my weight loss history and also what I've been doing. This video is not to educate you guys about the eating plan that I'm on. It's literally to just tell you guys what I've been doing to lose weight. I feel like there are plenty of videos on intermittent fasting that you guys can go ahead and have a look at, and those videos are a lot more comprehensive than what I could possibly tell you. So I would rather have them tell you than repeat it here. But anyway, let's get into this video. Also, I will be linking a couple of intermittent fasting videos down below in the description bar, so you guys can go have a look on intermittent fasting and also do your own research. I feel like before you do anything, you need to do your own research and you need to be well informed for yourself. Never take what anybody says for face value. And obviously, if you guys are on strict diets and you're constantly seeing a doctor, then also make sure that whatever you're doing is approved by your doctor. So let's get into this video already. So basically, history with my physical fitness in general. I was pretty fit when I was in high school. I used to walk to school, which was pretty much an incline, and I used to walk back home as well. And I mean, I used to eat curry and rice and all these nice things my mother used to cook. Oh, my mother's food. Amazing. And I never really had an issue with weight or love handles or anything of that sort. Because I used to look at the 17 magazines. I used to buy 17 magazines mainly for the workouts, or I actually think I think I used to borrow the magazines from my friend so that I could have a look at the workouts. And I used to attempt to do the workouts all the time. Working out for me was a necessity, I felt like, and I grew up with a really fit dad. So I think I was I can't remember what grade I was in, but I remember my dad being in his early 50s and still having a six-pack. And I was like, when I'm 50, I want to be like that. So I used to push myself to exercise and all that jazz all the time. And then when I moved to Joburg, it was a different ball game. I always had belly fat, and I've always struggled with belly fat, and I've never been able to, get rid of it, because I used to get into a routine of exercising and then exams would come and I would totally not exercise when I was living at home. So I feel like when I moved up to Joburg, I didn't really care for exercise. I was always busy. If I wasn't busy with YouTube, I was busy with school, or campus rather. So yeah, I moved in with my brother and my sister-in-law, and they are very health conscious people. So I knew my diet was pretty much going to be on point, so I didn't really have to work out. And so they also through the years have been on various different diets. They are currently on the blood group diet, which is a really good diet as well. They've lost tons of weight on this diet. And I just happen to be on these diets by default because I'm really not a fussy eater. I'm not a picky person. The only thing I don't eat is avocado because I hate avocado. The texture and the look is just, it puts me off. And I know so many people love avocado, but I can't be this perfect and love avocado. It's just not possible. I'm kidding. I just don't like avocado. So yeah, long story short, I was pretty much on their diets by default. I'm an A blood group, so I can eat anything vegetarian. I can have limited amounts of meat, all that stuff. And with them being O blood groups, there's certain vegetables they can't eat and all that jazz. And you guys can do more research on that, but that diet was suggested to them by their nutritionist. So if you guys are going to go on any sort of blood group diets, all that jazz, go to a nutritionist, okay? So basically, I was eating well at home, but at campus I was eating very unhealthy. So I would have chip rolls almost every day. It was a problem. I would just have junk food, pies and coke, or chip rolls. And you must know chip rolls are like double carbs. It's like chips and a roll and sauce on top of that. So it was very hectic. I feel like my diet when it came to campus was crap. But when I went home, I was eating healthy. So I thought, you know, maybe if I eat crap at campus and eat healthy at home, it was going to do something. Clearly it was not, and I gained quite a bit of weight. When I was living at home, I weighed about 57.9 kgs, 58 kgs at most. I weighed myself last year around this time and I weighed 64 kgs. 64 kgs. Can you imagine being so used to weighing 58 kgs at a time? And then I randomly weigh myself at 22 years old and I'm 64 kgs. Whew, that was a shock to my system, and it was a very stressful year last year, and I was just like, you know what? Like, I really want to be more healthier. I'm weighing too much, and I came across intermittent fasting quite a few times on YouTube videos. So basically I came across intermittent fasting around last year this time, but I actually didn't start doing it around the end of October. I was just very busy and I just didn't have time to eat, and it was just a very busy period because, you know, we had dissertations to submit, we had practicals to prepare for, we had theory exams to prepare for. It was very stressful. Last year was my BTech year, so it was very crazy. And then I kind of continued fasting for the whole of November, and then December I kind of just didn't fast at all because I was with family, and you know, they eat breakfast, lunch and supper, and it becomes like a family social thing. So obviously I was social eating, and I'm not a breakfast person. Like, I've never been a breakfast person, and I think that's probably how I managed to keep my weight down when I was living at home, because I never had breakfast and I would walk to school, so I'd probably burn any fat that I had in my system. So yeah, I've never really been a breakfast person as well, and I don't know, like, I know breakfast is probably the most important part of the day, but for me, I've just never been somebody who'll wake up early just so I can have breakfast. I'd rather sleep. So yeah, that was pretty much that situation. And then January, I was like, no, I really need to get back into this, because I noticed that within a few weeks of doing the intermittent fasting, so I started at the end of October, by the end of November I already started to see that my clothes are fitting me a little differently, and my class girls were like, why are you looking so skinny? Like you look different, like what's going on? And I was like, I'm not doing anything, but I have been trying to fast recently. And then it clicked, like, oh my god, it's working. So December was a bad period. Obviously you social eat, breakfast, lunch, supper, all that jazz. And then because I knew that it was working in January, once my family was back, once my parents were back in Pietermaritzburg, once I was back into a routine, I was like, okay, you know what? Let me try intermittent fasting properly. And so I did. And my eating window is from about 2 o'clock and 8, 8:30 latest. So you guys can research the ratios. Some people fast for 18 hours and eat for 6 hours. Some people fast for 16 hours and have their eating period for 8 hours. Basically, the principle behind intermittent fasting is that it's basically forcing your body to utilize the fat as energy, and that's basically what happens. But apart from increasing my fasting period, I also have been cutting down on sweets, chocolates, junk food, all that stuff. I mean, I do have cheat days, I'm not gonna lie. Some cheat days are like cheat weekends, but for the most part I do try and eat quite healthily, quite clean, lean meat and leafy green vegetables. And also, I am a sweet tooth of note, but recently I've been cutting down my sugar in my tea. I've been cutting down chocolates, I've been cutting down sweets. I'll have crisps every now and again, but I try not to have it all the time. And also, I have cut out heavy carbs from my diet. So bread, I try not to have. I also try not to have dairy, like cheese, because dairy ideally does affect my skin, unfortunately. So I try not to have too much of bread. I mean, if I'm desperate and there's nothing else to eat, I will eat bread. But I do notice that bread does affect my bloating, so I'm a lot more bloated when I eat bread. And so I've definitely noticed a change in my tummy area now that I've cut out carbs. I do, however, eat rice still, so like basmati rice, and I will occasionally cheat and eat pasta and all that stuff, but for the most part it is a very healthy diet, very clean diet, and very nutritious as well. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've done. And the fact that I've actually cut out chocolates and sweets and ice cream and all these other junk food, firstly I'm saving money, but also it's a shock to my system, because I can go literally weeks on end without having chocolate, whereas when I was in university I could literally not go a week without having a bar wine or a slab of chocolate. It's crazy. So yeah, some benefits that have worked for me. I've definitely seen a difference with regards to how tired I am. If I eat before 12, I feel so lethargic. It's like I legit need a nap. So I just get very tired. My body gets very tired out. So if I eat before 12, I know I'm not going to be able to get any work done for the rest of the day. I'm literally so tired. I definitely have lots more energy now that I'm on intermittent fasting. I feel like it also just helps your appetite because you're not hungry all the time. I feel like when you're having the 5 meals a day, which I have tried before, you're always hungry. And like, I would eat at like 8 and by 9 o'clock I'm hungry. But like my next snack time is like 10:30. So I was getting hungry all the time, and I guess for some people that diet does work, the 5 small meals a day or 6 small meals a day, but intermittent fasting has specifically worked well for me. And I honestly feel like there's a lot of benefits to intermittent fasting, and I was watching a video this morning and apparently it also slows your rate of aging. It slows down the rate that you age. So I'm like, what? I have to do more research on that. But honestly, intermittent fasting for me has really helped. I will leave some pictures up on the screen, and hopefully you guys can see like what a big difference it has made. I found a picture the other day. I'll leave it on the screen here. It was like the 23rd of March, and I compared it to a picture on like the 25th of August, like this year. Guys, the belly fat situation is redonkulous. I've even lost my love handles. And also, I was doing intermittent fasting quite regularly for a good couple of months, and then I also started incorporating exercise into it. So I started skipping, started doing squats, trying to do as much cardio as I can, mainly skipping because I enjoy skipping. Everything else is boring for me. So that is pretty much it for this video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed. This is what I've been doing to lose weight. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope it has been insightful. Please do your own research before you attempt any diet. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to slay all day, every day with and without makeup, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!